what brings you to Miller? Were you working in construction before?
No, so I mean, close. I've actually come from an international maritime company. So they were a Dutch company, but they had a Northeast division, which was the offshore division. So they designed and manufactured vessels and equipment for the oil and gas and the renewables industry. So a little different, but lots and lots of similarities. I've sort of managed to get myself into this niche of working for, like pioneering technology companies, and it just works for me. What I keep saying is I've swapped vessels for excavators, and that's what I keep saying when people ask me.
It's a good decision. Excavators are far, far more interesting, I've got to say.
Yeah, completely. I really feel like I've been at Miller forever. And I mean, referencing the above question, I've already turned into an avid excavator spotter. As I'm driving down the A1, I'm like, look at that, there's a Miller coupler, there's a Miller bucket. So I really feel like I've been there a long time. And, what makes it easier is there's a fantastic team, and that has just made it, so easy for me to just settle in straight away. I think the industry it's a real community, isn't it? It feels like a community just from speaking to you today. It feels like a community. So I'm just really looking forward to embedding myself a little bit further into it.
And I think you're quite fortunate, because I know a lot of companies claim to be family businesses, but Miller really is a family business with Keith and Jackie and what have you. It really is a family company, isn't it?
It really is, and I'm getting to know that straight away. I've already had quite a lot to do with Keith and Jackie, and they're just lovely, lovely people. And it's quite a nice change coming from, a much more corporate, less personal business to this family business, and it really is lovely.
So what are your plans, and what do you hope to achieve? And I don't mean that, I'm not asking you to re-interview for the job, but what do you bring to the party, and what are you hoping to do with Miller while you're there?
Yeah, so I think the focus on this next year is really just promoting Miller across various channels, and the main thing is growing the international portfolio, just to drive that next phase of growth for Miller. I mean, as you know, Miller is already an established brand, but what I really want to do is build on that and take it to the next level. So it's not just people in the industry who know Miller, but it's people everywhere across all industries. They know who Miller are, and that's really what I want to achieve.
No, absolutely. Now, we all know that exhibitions are a very big part of the Miller organisation, and next year, thankfully, sees the return of Hillhead. I'm guessing it will be your first. Have you got any special plans for the exhibition? And I guess you and the team must be excited to get back to live shows.
Definitely. I mean, as you know, Cheryl has had a massive part in the exhibitions over the last few years, and she will be going on maternity leave. So it is down to us to carry on all the good stuff that she's done and make this Hillhead really special. And it's a bit of a comeback after not doing it for a while. I mean, Miller's been taking part in Hillhead since like 1987. So no pressure to make sure that, we do something really, really good. I think, the sales team really are excited to get out there, get chatting to people, get networking. There's a lot in the pipeline. Watch this space and we'll give some little teasers along the way. But yeah, expect big things from Miller at Hillhead.
We'll come back to Cheryl in just a second, but obviously you're joining at a time. I mean, you've joined at the tail end of COVID, but we find ourselves with enormous difficulties in the country. We've just had a fuel crisis. We've got material shortages and skill shortages. Yeah. How is Miller coping with things like delivery driver shortages and material shortages? And how are you keeping up with customer demand at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good question. And as you know, I've only been here since July. But from what I can see is Miller's order book has really mirrored this exceptional growth demand for construction equipment over the last 12 months, which, is absolutely fab. But it also comes with its challenges. Miller has been impacted from the challenging logistical demands that we've all seen. But I would say we've probably coped slightly better than others, and that's just down to the fact that Miller owns and manufactures its attachments in the UK. So we've had greater control of the availability and build capacity, and that's something that's had a significant impact on others' lead times. So yeah, I think we've coped well. We've grown, and there's also been challenges along the way.
Absolutely. Well, there's not really much further I can say, or apart from wish you the very best of luck in your new role. And you've just touched on Cheryl. For people that don't know, Cheryl O'Brien was in your role before you were, and she is off. How do you say it up in your part of the world? She's off to have a wee bairn. Is that Scottish? Is that Scottish? I never know.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say she's going to have a baby.
Yeah, that would be better. That would sound much better.
Yeah, this is her last week before she goes on maternity leave. So we're seeing her on Thursday, to wish her well. But she'll be back. But we'll wish her all the best.
No, I mean, just so that everyone knows, and I have actually mentioned this in what will now be yesterday's show. When I started this show, and today was our 163rd episode, Miller was the first company to actually say, yeah, we'll support you. We'll come on board as one of your show sponsors. And Cheryl played an absolutely vital role in that. I know the decision probably rested with Barry and other people within the organisation, but Cheryl has backed this all the way. So she helped us give birth to whatever this show is. So we wish her the very best of luck in giving birth for real.
I love it.
Right, Olivia, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. We really do wish you the very best of luck in your new role. Keep us posted. One of the things that always strikes me about Miller is there always seems to be something new going on. It's not a company that rests on its laurels. There always seems to be some new innovation taking place behind the scenes. So I hope you've got plenty of new things to show us and to tell us about between now and Hillhead.
Definitely.